Hello YouTubers! Today I'm going to show you how I make my hat or beanie or whatever you want to call it. I start today with the Oslo stitch, and always I start with a knot on my thumb, just like that, and this loop is in the middle of my needle, so there has to be to get space for my next loop stitch. And I pull so that all my stitches are just behind my thumb and at the same place. The needle goes in, turn, in those 1, 2, 3, and then you pull gently, and there is no tension at your fingers. Everything is loose. I pull, and this is the Oslo stitch. So, and I make a chain of stitches, in this case the Oslo stitch, but you can choose every stitch you want. All different stitches you can see at needlebinding.com or, of course, at my YouTube channel, Happy Needlebinding. So I make a chain of stitches. And always in the middle, so that all your stitches are even. And always, if you pull it at the beginning, but after a while you don't do that anymore. Everything's going automatically. And here you have a chain of stitches, and I already made here. Here is that chain of stitches, and when I start, I forgot to say, you have to make a long tail, because that tail, you're going to thread that through your loops at the right side, and the left side is your working yarn, and you pull it. The needle goes also between your beginning knot, and then just pull gently, just like that. Pull, 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 and not too hard, because I think first my needle, and this was the beginning knot. You can see, yeah. Yes, and now can pull. And this is the loop over, and you pull, and then you know it's going to be small, and then you know it's the right one, and that is you behind your thumb loop here. So, and you do your regular, and I hold this tail between my fingers, and now we close that circle. We hold it like that. And now you have a choice. You can make the fabric loose or dense. If you start with the F1, yes, you have a little loose fabric, but if you want to have dense fabric, you take that loop 2. You have 2 loops on your needle, and then you make your stitch. So this is the stitch you already used, and this is the second one. And you have now a little hole here. You can see there goes that stitch in, but in the same hole the needle goes in, and we increase. And we, in the first round, we all stitches are we going to increase. So and you can see, and you can see right clearly that hole through the needle, and then we have increased again a stitch. And then now you can pull this is the tail, and then here's your loops. And you did make a few stitches, and then we take a stitch marker, and then here you can see it's a V, and that is where we started. It's the round. And now I have to make all the stitches, increase all those stitches, the first round. The second round is one stitch plain and the second increase. The third round is 2 stitches plain and the third increase, and so on, till you get a great circle, just like this, and then you put your hand in it, and it is almost the size. It's not exactly, but it's a guide. Your hand is approximately the width of your head. So I increased every round, then is 2 increasing, and all stitches increase. Second round 1 increase, 1 normal and 1 increase. Then the next round is 2 normal and the third increase, and so on, till you have this size. Then you stop with increasing, then you do the round plain, and you have for the last round, because the regular round you had 5 stitches normal and the 6th increase. Then you are going to do the next round 5 stitches, and then the 6th one decrease. Next round 4 stitches, and the next one is 5 decrease, and so on. You can see the patterns at needlebinding.com for how to make the hats. And then you have to measure it, of course, but when you have you measure it, then you start not increasing or decreasing, you're going just plain, and then you make your hats. I will change the camera a little bit so you can see. So here you can see this is another stitch. This is a variation of the Ashley stitch. Here I increased, here I have the normal round, and then you're going decreasing, so you get it smaller, and then you go, all rounds are regular. You can see that like this. My heads, just a normal head is just looks like this. I hope I have to change the camera a little bit more, so. And here you can see a regular head. This is finish stitch F2 because it has to be dense and it has to be very warm. Then I made a lot of, my favorite is always a beautiful barrette or barrettes, so you call them. And this one's also finish stitch F2, and it is the barrette. You can see it. Just, yeah. And of course, I make the barrettes with brighter colors. This is also a variation of the Ashley stitch. Bright colors. All kind of color combinations. And when it's a little bit too warm, I have thin wool, and I do the Oslo stitch and with F1, and it's very loose and cool hat. One of my hobbies is also making needles. I like that very much. I'll show you here a few needles. I make them of all kinds of woods, and more information about making needles you can see at needlebinding.com, of course. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.